In this video, we discuss the exact steps you must follow to profit from swing trading. Here's a sobering reality about trading. 90% of beginner traders abandon trading within their first year. Only 7% continue trading after 5 years, and merely 1 to 2% achieve long-term success. Yet those who crack the code, traders like Mark Minervini, Christian Kalamagi, and of course me, have generated returns that would appeal to most. Trading presents a fascinating paradox. It's simultaneously one of the easiest professions to start, you can open an account in minutes, and yet it's one of the most challenging ways to build genuine wealth. But here's what's remarkable. The path to failure is predictable, which means the path to success can be systematically engineered. After studying the success of legendary traders spanning over a century, I've identified 8 critical steps that determine whether you join the wealthy minority or become another cautionary tale. Let's get to them. Step 1. Ensure your life doesn't depend on trading initially. The first fatal mistake most traders make is treating trading as their primary income source from day one. When your rent, groceries, and lifestyle depend on your trading profits, you've already lost the psychological battle before placing your first trade. Here's why this matters. Scared money doesn't make money in trading. When you need profits to survive, you'll take trades that shouldn't be taken, hold losing positions too long hoping for recovery, and exit winning trades prematurely out of fear they'll reverse. You become emotionally compromised, and emotional traders are consistently unprofitable traders. The solution is simple but requires discipline. Maintain your primary income source for at least the first 2 years. Treat trading as an expensive education. Fund your trading account from your salary and not the other way round. Step 2. Master the art of not blowing up. Remember those statistics? 90% of traders fail in their first year, primarily because they have no capital left to trade. If you can simply avoid complete account destruction, you've already outperformed the vast majority of market participants. This isn't about generating spectacular returns initially, it's about survival. The only reliable method to prevent bankruptcy is rigorous risk management. This means every single trade must have a predetermined stop loss before you enter. No exceptions. Position sizing must be calculated based on your stop loss distance, not your profit expectations. Never risk more than 1 to 2% of your account on any single trade, regardless of how certain the setup appears. You are essentially improving your worst-case outcome. Even if you discover after a couple of years that trading isn't your calling, you'll have preserved your capital through disciplined risk management. This gives you options, something blown-up accounts never provide. A good trader is fundamentally a good loser. In most successful trading strategies, 80% of profits come from just 20% of trades. Some styles experience failure rates as high as 85%. This means you'll be wrong more often than you're right, and that's perfectly normal. The key is keeping losses small and course-correcting when too many trades hit stop losses. Martin Luke, who was the USIC investing champion in 2025, experienced a 50% drawdown in his first couple of years trading, but never lost it all because he followed stop losses diligently. Of all the trading principles, he mastered stop losses from the beginning, and that alone kept him in the game long enough not only to recover his losses, but to post high triple-digit returns 2 years in a row. I'm wrong more often than I'm right, but my edge comes from how I manage risk. It's that discipline that allows my equity curve to grow over time. With an average loss of just over 7% and an average gain of more than 24% per trade, I've built an asymmetric payoff structure where winners meaningfully outweigh losers. This is what gives me the freedom to be wrong frequently without it damaging overall performance. The real danger isn't being wrong, it's being wrong in a big way. Step 3. Find your trading style. Even within swing trading, successful traders employ vastly different approaches. Some traders thrive on high-frequency action, executing thousands of trades annually. Others prefer a more measured approach, with fewer than 50 carefully selected positions. Some focus on tight risk management with high return multiples, whilst others give trades more breathing room and hunt for occasional home runs. The critical insight is this: your trading style must align with your personality and lifestyle constraints. I learned early that high-frequency trading wasn't my game. Instead, I developed a passive strategy that suits my temperament perfectly. I analyze weekly charts, screen for opportunities on weekends, and let my system run on autopilot through alerts and triggers. This approach has delivered solid double-digit annual returns over the past 30 years. It requires only a few minutes of weekend work and aligns perfectly with my temperamental preferences. The strategy's consistency and time efficiency make it sustainable long-term. For more on my strategy, you can download my free strategy ebook or access our scanner using the links in the description. The lesson here is profound. A good strategy you can execute consistently will always outperform a perfect strategy you can't stick with. Find your natural rhythm and build your system around it. Step 4. Study, study, study. Swing trading requires developing extensive muscle memory for identifying profitable chart patterns and setups. This skill only comes through studying thousands of charts. The trading classic How to Make Money in Stocks begins with hundreds of chart examples for good reason. Kalamagi studies thousands of charts to memorize setups that consistently work in swing trading environments. The more charts you'll analyze, the better you become at distinguishing between good and bad setups. Eventually, you'll develop the ability to rank good setups from best to exceptional, and perhaps even devise alternative entry mechanisms that reduce risk for the same quantum of return. This isn't passive learning, it's active pattern recognition training. You're literally rewiring your brain to recognize profitable opportunities faster. In markets where timing matters, this cognitive advantage becomes a significant edge. Step 5. Create and follow mechanical rules. Exceptional trading is mostly mechanical. The best traders have their rules written and visible on their trading desks. They maintain rules for scanning, setup recognition, theme identification, entries, position sizing, stop losses, exits, and situational awareness. They develop routines that embed these rules into automatic responses, eliminating decision paralysis during critical moments. As Pradeep Bonde eloquently states, profit is the natural result of following a rigorous process. By focusing on the trade factory, a highly disciplined, systematic approach to trading, successful traders eliminate the emotional errors that consistently destroy capital. Rules create consistency, and consistency generates profits in trading. Step 6. Journal every aspect of your process. Detailed journaling allows you to eliminate one mistake at a time while building upon your successes. Every trade, whether profitable or not, contains valuable lessons. Document all errors of omission and commission. Address repeated mistakes immediately and double down on smaller successes. Christian Kalamagi captures this principle when quoting, "Small improvements really do add up over time. The time it took to blow up each new account gradually got longer for me because every time I learned something new, I improved a little bit." Your journal becomes your personal trading laboratory where you can identify patterns in your behavior, market conditions that favor your strategy, and subtle improvements that compound over time. Step 7. Aim high, but remain conscious. Many new traders become mesmerized by the success stories of traders like Kalamagi or Mark Minervini. They see the millions generated over the years and want to replicate that success immediately. This focus on spectacular outcomes while ignoring the process leads to reckless behavior and inevitable failure. Even when targeting millions, Initial progress may not even generate hundreds in profits. There's substantial grinding required before trading produces meaningful income. Set qualitative goals focused on process improvement before expecting quantitative breakthroughs. Step 8. Maximize bull markets. Bull markets create the most wealth for traders, but many carry the defensive mindset of bear markets into these opportunities. This psychological lag keeps traders in a perpetual hamster wheel, never fully capitalizing on favorable conditions. The strategy is simple but requires courage. Strike aggressively during bull markets to generate substantial returns, then preserve that capital during bear markets and corrections. This approach requires recognizing market cycles and adjusting position sizing and risk tolerance. These 8 steps represent the difference between joining the wealthy 1% of successful traders and becoming another statistic in the 99% failure rate. Remember, trading success isn't about predicting market movements or finding the perfect strategy. It's about developing a systematic approach that you can execute consistently over years and not months. The traders who build generational wealth understand that trading is a business requiring the same discipline, planning, and risk management as any successful enterprise. As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out the links in the description.